Well, when I was a kid, I'd take a trip every summer down to Mississippi to visit my granny in her antebellum world. I'd run barefooted all day long, climbing trees, free as a song. One day I happened to catch myself a squirrel. Well, I stuffed him down in an old shoe box and I punched a couple holes in the top. When Sunday came, I snuck him into church. I was sitting way back in the very last pew, showing my good buddy Hugh, when that squirrel got loose and went totally berserk. Well, what happened next is hard to tell. Some thought it was heaven, others thought it was hell. But the fact that something was amongst us plain to see. As the choir sang, I surrender all, the squirrel run up Harv Newman's coveralls. Harv leaped to her seat, says, something's got a hold on me. Yow! The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting, hallelujah. Well, Harvey the Owl's dancing and screaming. Some thought he had religion, others thought he had a demon. Harv thought he had a weed loose in his fruit balloons. He fell to his knees to plead and to beg, and the squirrel ran out of his breeches legs unobserved to the other side of the room. All the way down to the amen pew where sits Sister Bertha better than you, who've been watching all the commotion statistically. But shoot, you should have seen the look in her eyes when that squirrel jumped her garters and crossed her thighs. She jumped to her feet and said, Lord have mercy on me. As the squirrel made laps inside her dress, she began to cry and then to confess to sins that would make a sailor blush with shame. She told of gossip and the church dissension, but the thing that got the most attention was when she talked about her love life, and then she started naming names. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting, hallelujah. Well, 7 deacons in the pastor got saved and $25,000 got raised and 50 volunteered for missions in the Congo and the spot. And even without an invitation, there were at least 500 rededications and we all got rebaptized whether we needed or not. Now you've heard this story, I guess. How he parted the waters for Moses to pass. Oh, the miracles God has wrought in this old world. But the one thing I remember to my dying day is he put that church back on the narrow way with a half-crazed Mississippi Squirrel. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting, hallelujah. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting, hallelujah.
I know that's right.
Thank you.
I said that just in time for the song.